Hi guys, Grapplers Academy back with another athlete breakdown. Today we've got the excellent finish from the Polaris 9 match between Ffion Davies and Gezary Matuda.
Yes, this match starts off pretty high paced. Both of them are attacking very much, like both going for leg entanglements, some really nice bites on the heel. And this finishing sequence comes from a failed guillotine attack, and then Ffion manages to get a lovely bite on the head and arm, drops down the side control, passes to mount, and finds a lovely head and arm finish.
After a really nice initial exchange on the legs, Matuda comes up and tries to hit a guillotine straight away. So we're in here, stacks up and pushes the head down and goes for a nice arming guillotine. Sits back with the knee across the belly and gets a nice pinch with the leg across the top of the torso. Now this is the key bit, so as we try to make an adjustment and Matuda brings this leg off to bring your hip out, Ffion starts to stand up and back out. Matuda does a good job of following up, but at this point tries to make an adjustment now to bring it to a traditional guillotine, and there Ffion's got break of the grip. Matuda starts to sit down, pull the guard.
And this is where Ffion gets the side control from a knee cut, and she keeps this near side elbow off the mat. Now, when Ffion's landed in the side control here, she's gone straight from the knee cut, and she's got a great head and arm control here. Now the risk with this side here is, if Matuda wanted to try and reach up and come out to the back, she can do so quite easily. So what Ffion does really well here is controls this near side elbow. She's got the gable grip and she's got her arm inside Matuda's elbow and she's pulling it up. So if Matuda was to try and come out to the back, she's got full control of this near side shoulder. Now what happens next is Ffion comes up and drives the knee up and over and comes into top mount on Matuda. Now from here, Matuda's framing against the face and she's doing a really good job defending here. So Ffion's got to separate the elbow from the shoulder. She does this with moving her hand underneath Matuda's elbow, using the bicep to push the elbow past. Now once she gets the clearance and she feels ready, she pushes her head to the side of the arm and ties her hands again in the gable grip. Now once she's in the gable grip, she starts to secure her position even more and starts to step off. Now rather than just sort of jumping off and potentially putting herself into half guard and loosening the grip, she takes her time here. She comes up, she steps her shin over the top and blocks Matuda's hips. As she's doing this, she sends her other leg further away and starts to drop her hips down to the mat. Now from here, Matuda's still quite active in moving around. As she's doing this, she's just trying to keep herself nice and heavy and dropping that chest nice and low. Now at this point as well, Matuda is also trying to escape, where by grabbing her leg and just really trying to create some space here with this. But she's also trying to roll out. Now if Ffion's shoulders and chest was too high and Matuda tried to roll out, that escape comes quite easily and it turns into a scramble or a bad position. What Ffion does really well here is she keeps her chest nice and low and she keeps this pinch and this clamp really tight. So as Matuda is trying to move around and trying to grab a leg, she can't quite grasp the purchase. She can't quite create the space she needs. And as she does try to roll out here as well, because the chest is really low, there's no space for this near side shoulder to escape. And then to tighten it up, she uses the gable grip and her head. She's pulling her arm across and driving her head in towards the elbow. So she's driving and pulling and she keeps going and going until she gets the tap. Now, there's a few different things that players do to tighten up the head and arm choke here. And one thing that I do personally here to just try and ensure that I increase the percentage is if Bond's on his back and before I head off to the side to finish the submission, so before I come off and finish the submission, I'm here and I'm here. I'm going to use my hand here to push Bond's head in towards my bicep, and the arm that's underneath the head, I'm going to walk across like the same way you try to clear the arm. So I'm going to push and walk and walk and walk until I can feel the neck in this part of my elbow here, which for me tightens it up just enough so as I start to step off and drop my weight, the submission, it goes on a little bit quicker.
Really nasty finish, lots of pressure, especially from a bigger guy. And really nice execution in this match from from Ffion. Good attempts on defence from Matuda, but Ffion was doing everything right there, wasn't she?
Yeah, and you can tell from her pressure and everything that submission was super tight, even before she stepped off. And it was a great finish from Ffion there. Now, as you can see, guys, the breakdown from that, it's doing the fundamentals really well. Now, we'd highly recommend that you go and find this match. It's either on UFC FIGHT PASS or you can find the highlights on YouTube.
And if you found what you saw useful today, there's loads of additional content on the channel for you to go back and check out. Share, subscribe, get this information out there, pass it around, and don't forget to go and like the socials as well.